Jerry Mallory here, SBNation, ready to put a bow on this week before we talk about the Bengals and the Lions, the big matchup. Few news, views, and opinions pieces about our boys from around the league. We'll start off with the Oakland Press, reporting how punter Sam Martin and rookie tight end Joseph Fourier have this budding relationship. They are now besties. I care less about their relationship and more about the production that these two rookies have given us. Both of them playing at a very high level. What makes it even better is the fact that one was a fifth-round draft pick and one was an undrafted free agent. It's simple. This is what the good teams do. They find diamonds in the rough. They find guys in the later rounds that can produce. Sam Martin, he's the top 3 punter in so many statistical categories. He may be a Pro Bowler this year in Fourier. If he catches not another touchdown this year, his production has been felt. So you got to feel good because the good GMs, the good teams, you can only pay so many Calvins and Domikins and Matt Staffords. You have to have a lot of other good players, role players that maybe you don't have to pay so much for 2, 3, 4 years, i.e. talented rookies, later rounds that produce for you. This is the model for good teams. So it's cool to see both of those guys, later round picks, undrafted, producing big time for this team so far. And so far, this whole draft class, it's early, has looked good. Warford, contributing rookie, doing very well. Ansah, contributing rookie. Slay's had ups and downs, but he's been in the mix. So you're liking what you're seeing from this draft. We'll move over to the NFL, the headquarters, Roger Goodell, and yes, Merton Hanks. We all know about the fine. And Dominican Sue hit with a $31,500 fine. Not a ton of money for him, but Merton Hanks' reasoning is really starting to bother me. He wants to send a message to Sue. He wants to make sure he's clean. And because of his reputation, he'll get fined for things that some guys might not. Well, number one, that's a little bit hypocritical. Should be baseline. To some extent, if a guy does something, regardless if he's a repeat offender or not, if it's such a minor magnitude, which many of us are feeling as though Sue's hit was, yeah, he led with his helmet, but it was a push, and we have so many examples of more egregious acts. There should not be a reputation fine from this one, especially at that amount. Consider the fact that the referees didn't even feel the need to fine him, or rather give him a penalty, says something about the hit, because the referees know about Sue's reputation as well, and they did not feel the need to even give him a flag. Should he be getting fined this? No. It's going to come a time where we're going to care a little bit more because they're going to start hitting him with game fines. Merton Hanks, I used to love you. Remember the herky-jerky thing you used to do? You were an average safety, but kids my age, I was young when you were in the league playing for the 49ers. Your little herky-jerky thing. We loved you. Now I'm doing a complete 180. And I hate when these guys in the front office are making a name for themselves. And that's what you've done from this, whether you wanted to or not. We'll switch over to a little bit of comedy at the NFL Network. It was a classic brain fart by one of the better reporters of the NFL, Albert Breer. He's previewing the Bengals and the Lions game. And here's what happened. I'm going to break down this brain fart, give you the play-by-play, the blow-by-blow. He's talking about Calvin. He should play. But one thing he said that we agree with is how a lot of guys have stepped up in Calvin's absence / limited role last week. Stafford looking for other receivers, and the receivers stepping up, such as Matthew Stafford's former Georgia teammate. And here's where the brain fart happens. He can't think of his name. You can see in his face he's kind of doing the and you know right then and there the brain fart has kicked in. And when you have a brain fart, and I would imagine, especially when you're on TV and all these people watching you, your brain's racing 1,000,000 miles a second. You got to get this name. Stafford's college teammate. And I'm slowing down what happened. It didn't take that long for him to say a horribly incorrect name, but brain fart happens. Now what is his brain doing? He's probably saying, man, what is this guy's name? What is his name? What is his name? He's a receiver. He's Caucasian. And so that's probably where he got the incorrect first name, and then the last name, he just threw something out. And so what we got was Stafford's college roommate having a good couple of games. Wes Dunham. Wes Dunham? We don't have a Wes Dunham on our team. We do have a Kris Durham, however. Yes. Sorry, Albert Breer. Probably too much scrutiny for a little goof up. But it was funny to me. I got a good laugh out of it. And so hopefully Wes Dunham continues to have success, even with Calvin Johnson playing. All right, moving on to this game. We'll be brief. At the beginning of this year, we'll go way, way back. I'm talking 6, 7 weeks ago. Here with the videos, we gave you our predictions. And I predicted the Cincinnati Bengals to represent the AFC for the Super Bowl. Do I still feel that way? Probably not. I mean, the Broncos are doing great. I'll say this much. If you're a top 3 team in your conference, you have a shot. And I think the Bengals might still be a top 3 team in the AFC. You've got the Broncos, you've got the Patriots. Debate starts to come in. Who will be number 3? The Bengals are right in that mix. However, my opinion of them, has it increased or decreased since the beginning of the season? It has decreased just a little bit. What about our Lions? My opinion about them is about the same. I pegged them to win 9 games this year. I'm probably closer to 10 now. The needle moving even closer to possibly 11. So my opinion of our beloved Lions has increased. Bottom line is, I think we'll win this game 21-17. The Bengals have struggled against teams on the road. They look really good at home. And our Lions, I mean, kudos to these guys. 4 out of the first 6 games on the road, you would have been happy with a 3-3 start. Nope. They're 4-2. They're going to have 2 at home, and then they're going to later on in the year they're going to have another 2 home game stretch. And they've looked good at home. Sans one quarter, the first quarter against the Vikings, they've looked really good at Ford Field with the small sample size. I'm picking them to win this game. If we were to lose, it would be, yes, because of the big plays. I'm not breaking anything new to you. I'm not giving you something to say, man, Jerry, I didn't know that. This is new. I'm regurgitating it, but it's necessary to say. If we lose, it will probably be because of the fact that we give up a lot of big plays. Our yards average for rushers are, we're at the bottom of the barrel. Giovanni Bernard, someone that many of us said we should have drafted, this was before Reggie Bush was signed as a free agent, because he has that game-breaking, playmaking ability. He's had a good rookie year. We have to face him. We already know A.J. Green is a Calvin Johnson in training. So they have the recipe to get big plays. We, unfortunately, as a defense, have had the recipe to garner and give up big plays. If we were to lose, it would be because of that. But now that the attention is on not breaking so much and not giving up the big play, hopefully our team will scheme a little bit better. Specifically, I almost combined the 2 words together. We'll say that's particularly the rushes on the outside. That's you, Ansar. It's you, Willie Young. We know you guys are aggressive. Sometimes you over pursue. Linebacker, safety is going to have to help. It's going to be a group effort. I guarantee you the Bengals are going to try one of these reverses or one of these pitches because we've given it up so much, and Giovanni Bernard has a lot of speed. Okay, guys, I'm fumbling over my words. I'm doing a little bit of an Albert Breer impersonation, so I'm going to leave while I'm hot and rolling. I'm going to leave before it gets any worse. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My question for you today is this. We talked about Sam Martin earlier. The rumor was the Lions would have drafted Denard Robinson, shoelace, but our pick was about to go up. The Jags picked before us. They picked him, so instead we traded. Ended up with Sam Martin in the 5th round. Alternate scenario, Shoelace Robinson, Sam Martin, both available at the 5th round selection. We won't get a chance to get either one of them in the 6th round. We have to choose between the 2. Who are you picking if they were both available? I'm sure many of you will say our future Pro Bowler is Sam Martin. But leave a comment about that or anything else in the section below. Continue to subscribe. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. This has been Jerry Mallory for SBNation and PrivateTrade.com. Goal line.